Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, we are finally updating our top 5 players at each position. It's been a minute, so let's get into it. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you have not done so already, and consider joining the Discord. Link will be in the description. So, my criteria for this video, obviously, we're at a point of the game where 99s are everywhere, so it really comes down to swing preference in the majority of these cases. Attribute wise, these players are very similar, if not identical in some cases, so comes down to swing preference like 60% of the time. Obviously, there are some horrible swings like David Wright or Beltre or Mark McGuire. They just, their swing art is so bad that it's just not an opinion, it's a fact. But if you can hit well with David Wright, then I tip my hat to you because his card is insane. I wish I could hit with him. So this is only my opinion, 100% biased. It's based on my experience playing online. Not only how good I do with those cards, but how well they torch me. So keep that in mind as well. Finally, I mean, I guess price is, I will take into consideration the, if they're just too expensive, but not really. This is the top 5 players at each position. And finally, this is primary position only, so you're not going to see Tatis for third base, for second base, and for the outfield. He will only be for shortstop. Same thing, you're not going to see me rank Carlos Beltran as a top 5 left fielder, right fielder, and center fielder. This is primary position only, and this is based very, very, very heavily on the meta, which is the best pitchers are left-handed. So let's get into it. Starting off as always with the catcher, I do have a couple of honorable mentions here, and it is Milestone Cycle JT Realmuto. This card is awesome. Like, I love his swing. He mashes lefties, good clutch as well. He's a defensive catcher with 91 speed, good stats, solid stats versus righties. Problem is no hidden quirks. He does have catcher pop time, so he's a defensive catcher with 91 speed with solid stats versus lefties. He matches lefties, I will say. So I mean, he's interesting, but he's not a switch hitter. Vision is 84 if you care about that. So no hidden quirks really hurts him. Same thing with Shea Langoliers, another defensive catcher, but he actually has like insane stats. 110 and 125 power, that's no joke. 121 clutch, again 77 vision if you care about that. Great defensive catcher. He's not as fast, but he's still fast for a catcher. 74 speed, that's insane. Again, no hidden quirks. He only does have catcher pop time. Both of these guys have very good swings. I just don't think they are good enough on the offensive attributes, and I don't really care about defense for a catcher. So let's move on. I guess you could also mention Adley here. I just didn't like. He does have a good swing, but his stats are bad. Like, they're bad for the state of the game. They're bad, and he's a defensive catcher with no pop time. Like, yeah, I don't care that he's a switch hitter. He's not making this list. For the actual top 5, so I think the worst card here is probably Ted Simmons. But the only reason he's here is because he can play first, third, and left field, as well as catcher. And he torches me whenever I see him. He always hits a home run off of me. So he's my dad, and I wanted to include him in the top 5. If you want to make an argument for JT, for any other catcher, I get it. I don't think, it's pretty much just preference at this point of the year. But his power, 90 plus power against both sides at P4, so not bad. Good defensive catcher, some solid speed as well. Great contact. His swing is fine. Unfazed, breaking ball hitter, and dead red. So a couple good quirks. At number 4, I got Josh Gibson. It's stupidly good at stats. Like, the only problem with this card is no quirks. And the fact that whenever you make contact with the ball, it sounds like you're hitting a perfect. So it's very annoying, but he can play first, third, and the outfield. 73 speed, great fielding, 85, 88 blocking. with an 86 arm, maxed out clutch, maxed out power. So he will definitely be a very good catcher, and he's like 20k, or at least he will get to like 20k at some point. So he's definitely worth the price tag. He's cheaper than Ted Simmons. Only problem is he's not a switch hitter, and the swing is not for everybody, and he has no quirks. At number 3, I got Cal Raleigh. Um, I don't know what they did to this card, but he really feels weird now. He's still matching for me. He's probably the card that I have the best home runs per at bat. I got like every 6 at bats, I hit a home run with this guy. You don't even have to put the PCI on ball to hit a home run with this guy. Maxed out power, great contact. The swing is not for everybody. Good vision, maxed out clutch. And defensively, I know his stats look gross, but he throws out people for me. When I had him back as my backstopper, he was insane. Downside, he only has one good quirk, breaking ball hitter. But other than and the swing, I guess it's not for everybody. But once you get used to it, I think you just match with this card. But he's at number 3 because he's kind of expensive. He's like 200k, and just for a DH basically at this point, if you have Posada, I still love the card. I think he's very good, but I think there's 2 better options. At number 2, I got Bismacky. I use this card. I have this card. Is he worth 400k? He's sitting like at 380,000 subs last night. He was sitting at that. Maxed out defense, great speed, 81 speed, maxed out clutch, maxed out contact at P5, good vision, 90 plus pop against both sides. So he's definitely good. He can obviously play every position. That's what really that's where he brings the value for me. Not necessarily a catcher. I really don't care about defense. In the catcher position, yes, will you make people hesitate to just stealing every single time on you? Probably, but I don't really care about it. I used him as my shortstop for a couple games. I have him at second base now, I'm pretty sure. He's amazing. 6'1", will get to every ball, 99 arm, 99 reaction. But I'm talking about a catcher. He's still there, but for me, his value is just that he can play everywhere and he will be perfect everywhere. Good contact. The swing, not for everybody, but it's not awful. And the best catcher in my opinion is Jorge Posada. This card is just insane. The swing is one of the best swings in the game. He's a switch hitter, and his defense is not bad. Like 85 blocking, 86 arm, 85 fielding. I think that's more than enough. You will probably won't be throwing out Beltran and those guys, but you can throw out Leo DeVry. You can throw out probably like Ken Griffey because he doesn't have like the best stealing attributes. But this guy plays like he's maxed out everything. He's my cleanup hitter. I think he's disgusting. He is amazing. Honorable mentions for our first basemen. I got this switch hitting Tony Clark. Downside, he's 6'7". He does have a good swing and very good quirks. First pitch hitter, dead red, and bad ball hitter. So 3 very solid quirks. The stats are not amazing, but he's a switch hitter at the weakest position in the game. I feel like he has to be here. And Rafael Palmeiro, the stats are almost the same as Lou Gehrig, which is crazy. He has more power than Lou Gehrig. Contact versus lefties is a little, 106 is not bad. 108 vision if you care about that. Maxed out clutch, good defense. This card is perfect, but the swing is not good. I don't really rate the swing. He does have first pitch hitter, breaking ball, dead red. So some good quirks, insane stats. If you can make his swing work, I would rather just skip the grind and don't get Lou Gehrig and use this guy if you want to use a lefty first baseman, because he is insane. Honestly, those stats are no joke. Here, you could probably also put someone like Anthony Rizzo, who I think has a better swing. So, that kind of balances things out if you compare these two. Obviously, Rizzo doesn't have quirks, so maybe that's why I didn't include him in the honorable mentions. So for the actual top five, at number five, I got a Gil Hodges. Again, expensive, been out forever. The swing, he has a slappy swing, weird swing. Not everybody likes it. He can bunt, so I mean, if you want to bunt with a 69 speed guy, go ahead. Great defense. He's probably been my best defensive first baseman that I've tried all year. So if you care about that, but the stats are not great anymore. I don't feel like he has an edge on anybody. He does bat amazing versus lefties, but with righties, I think you're going to struggle. If they just spam you down and in sinkers, it's very hard to catch up with his swing. I don't really like it. And he's very expensive. At number four, I got Big Papi. He's good. He does have a better swing than Rafael Palmeiro, and he is juiced with quirks. First pitch hitter, dead red breaking ball. So very good quirks, a much better swing than Palmeiro. So that's why I give him the nod. And yeah, lefty lefty, friendly swing. Maybe not as good stats, but he has that swing if you want to use lefty. Plus, I think you're going to have a lot more fun using Big Papi than Rafael Palmeiro. At number three, this one's very biased here, but I'm gonna put Lou Gehrig here, just because he's a lefty. He is literally perfect. Like if you get him to P5, he goes to maxed out contact, 120 power versus righties, 114 power versus lefties. He already has maxed out clutch, 118 vision if you care about that, 90 fielding, 86 reaction, 68 speed. He's perfect. First pitch hitter, dead red breaking ball, on phase, bad ball hitter, every single quirk in the game. Swing is fine. If you had like a insane swing, I'd probably put him like at number one spot probably. But having to hit lefty with the new lighter, I don't think you're going to be having a lot of fun. If you're a lefty specialist, then he's probably the best first baseman, and he will probably be your first baseman for the remainder of the year. At number two, I got Pete Alonso, the polar bear. This card is insane. I honestly don't understand why I don't see him like more often. Maxed out power. The clutch, 108 is not ideal, but unless you're playing on Legend, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this card. 100 contact versus lefties kind of sucks, but you have the handedness advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Again, defense at first base, you don't care. He's 6'3", so he's at least somewhat tall. Perfect swing, honestly, one of the best swings in the game. Maxed out power with first pitch, dead red, bad ball hitter, some really good quirks, and he's free. You can get this guy by playing the game 30 minutes or so. Honestly, I don't understand how I don't see him like every other game. Like I rarely see him nowadays, which is crazy because all of the good starters are lefties, in my opinion. The number one first baseman, in my opinion, this one is 100 completely percent biased, is Lance Bergman, man. I love his swing. Maxed out versus righties. Some solid stats versus lefties. And you can use him as a captain. Like, I know you probably don't need the contact versus lefties. But at P4, he gets to 100 power versus lefties. And if you use the captain boost, he's going to be sitting at 125, 116, 125, 105. Like, those are some insane stats on a very good swing. Maxed out clutch, good defensively. He can play the outfield, he can play right field and center field. I think he's the best first baseman in the game. Switch hitter, I love this guy. I love his swing. That one's 100% biased. If you want to make an argument for Lou Gehrig, maybe Pete Alonso at one, like that's just preference. And at this point, I mean, I cannot say you're wrong, just like you cannot say I'm wrong for having this guy as the best first baseman in the game. We move on to the second base. Okay, so I feel like this is where it's going to get a little bit controversial here. You can have your Chase Utley and Rod Carew. who I don't have, spoiler alert, I don't have in the top 5. Shocker. Jose Altuve, I really wanted to put this guy in the top 5. I think he's insane. I love his swing. I'm 100% biased with this guy. I'm hitting like 500. I hit like 500 with his live series at the beginning of the year. And he has some decent quirks, unfaced and breaking ball hitter. Insane swing. I understand if these small strikes and it's not for you. He's 5'6". Horrible defense. That's the only real downside with the card. That defense. He's not going to get anywhere. But he does have probably the second best just bat. The second best bat at, well, not the second, the third best, tied for third best bat at the worst. Jason Kipnis, the swing, I don't think is all that, but he has insane stats. He has much better stats than Utley. I know he doesn't have 99 fielding, but 80 reaction, you can get him to 80 fielding at P2. 70 speed is fine. He's a little bit shorter, and the swing is not great, but he just has much better stats than Chase Utley. Higher contact, higher power. So I cannot include him in the top 5. The actual top 5, at 5 I got Travis Bassana. This might be, not, I don't want to say biased because I never used the Bassano card. I didn't like him. I had Beltran, so there was no point of me using this guy. I had Ketel at second, so he really had no spot in my team back in the earlier in the year. But this, every time I saw Travis Bassano, the pipeline program card, he torched me. He was hitting bombs off of me every single time. So that's why I'm including him in the top 5 here. Great contact, solid power, 90 plus against both sides, maxed out clutch, very fast, and he can play center field too. I don't know why would you play him at center field. He doesn't have great defense, but he's faster, he's 6 foot tall, and he has a very good swing. And some people really just fuck with the card. At number 4, I got this Bobby Grich. Again, an extremely underrated card. He was one of my best cards. I only used him for 20 games. I was hitting like 450 with this guy. It really pained me that I had to move off of him, but I bought Ketel and he's just much better, you know. But honestly, probably he was better at the play for me than Ketel, but I cannot put him above him. Good defense, 6'2", so he's tall, 73 speed, pretty much maxed out clutch. If you get him to P5, he's 125. Great stats, great power, and I really love this swing. Everything this guy touched was for an extra base hit. He was incredibly solid for me. Over 50% of his hits were for extra base hits, so I think he's insane. At number 3, I got this Aussie Albies. No quirks. I know this card will destroy me at some point. If his tier 1 captain boost was at least 4 plus 4 power, I would have put him probably at number 2. If not, I don't think he beats Ketel, but the fact that he's 5'8", it really hurts him defensively. I know he has very good reaction, 84, 87 fielding, 85 speed. So you're probably not going to notice the defense that much. He's probably going to play better defense. I can tell now that I'm seeing his stats. But the bat isn't, the swing is insane. Stats are not great, but the clutch really will make up for the low contact versus righties. But no quirks is that's really a deal breaker for me. At number 2, I got Jackie Robinson. The swing is not for everybody, but this guy torched me on Legend in the Weekend Classic. Like, he destroyed me. He went like 2-for-4 or 3-for-4 every single game. And going 2-for-4 on Legend, righty is no joke. I think he has a very good swing. He's juiced with quirks, dead red breaking ball, great speed, great defensively. You can bunt if you want to do that. The power, you're probably going to hit a lot of doubles, but of course, if you hit a perfect, it's going out anyways. I don't really see that whole dilemma with the power. It has to be in the hundreds at this point in the game. I mean, unless you're an all-star, I guess, but at higher difficulties, especially if you struggle and you're not that good. Maybe this is your first year playing on Legend or Hall of Fame. You need higher contact, guys, so you can actually make contact and you don't. This game is all mental. If you're just striking out, you're going to feel bad about yourself, and you're just going to struggle even more. So I really rate high contact guys. Obviously, some people just hate contact hitters, but I'm fine. And obviously, number one, I got Ketel. Stats versus lefties are bad, but now you can use Perdomo and give him a nice boost. And if you want to give him a double boost, you can also throw in just Justin or David Martinez on your bullpen, and this card is going to be juiced. His defense sucks though. His defense is atrocious. He is the worst defensive second baseman that I've used all year. He makes so many errors, gets all the worst animations. He has a noodle. He sucks. Like defense, if you care about defense at second base, don't buy this card because you're going to be annoyed that a 300k card is going to be a lot of mistakes. He does hit a lot of bullshit fluky home runs, and he has a very good swing, has every hitting quirk in the game, and it's an insane bat, especially against righties. Again, how much do you really value that when all of the great pitchers are left-handed? But he does have the swing. I still think he's the best second baseman in the game, no question. We move on now to the third base. Honorable mentions. David Wright. I know some people, I already know. Okay, I know a guy's going to comment, bro, David Wright's swing is awesome. What are you talking about? He's the best third baseman in the game. I'm a Mets fan. You don't know shit. And they're playing at 500. I'm not saying if you play an all-star you shouldn't be entitled to your opinion, but good luck hitting Corbin Burns inside sinkers on Legend every single time. He can throw at you the slider, outside slider. He does have a putrid swing. Honestly, I used him offline when I was grinding the I don't even remember what I was grinding for. Probably just the Conquest Might and I wanted to try him out. And I hit so many perfect lineouts. So many, man. So many. I think this card is disgusting. I think the swing is pathetic. And I wouldn't touch this guy with a 10-foot pole. Every time I go up against him, I just jam him. Like, I think the swing is bad. And obviously, once you just jam people the first at bat, the next time they have an insanely fast bat, and you can just strike him out with a changeup or a slider. They will over adjust. I think this card is a big no for me. Same thing with Adrian Beltre. Horrible swing. He doesn't have as good stats as David Wright, but the swing is bad, man. First pitch hitter, dead red, bad ball hitter, breaking ball. So insane quirks, very good stats, very good defense. He is 5'11" though, so that's not a very good recipe for a defensive third baseman, in my opinion. Pretty much 110 across the boards in all hitting stats that you care with diamond defense. But the swing, I don't think for me I cannot use this guy. Yeah, the swing is bad, man. George Brett, I really wanted to put this guy in the top 5. If you want to argue he's top 5, I wouldn't say you're crazy. I think he does really have a very good case. I ultimately just went with a right-handed starter because I personally hate hitting lefty. I've mentioned it a million times already this video. And the defense, I don't know, this guy's defense isn't all that for me. I think I think the stats are a lie in this one. Just like some stats say that a player has 80 power, but it feels like 100. I don't think he feels like 87 fielding, 80 reaction. But that's just me. Maxed out contact, insane lefty swing, one of the premium lefty swings. On face, breaking ball, dead red, bad ball hitters are pretty much every single hitting quirk that you want. 93 power versus lefties. But I mean, we're not supposed to be getting perfect cards in September anyways. So the top 5, I got Marcelo Meyer. Again, this is completely biased. He's literally a lefty Carlos Correa, literally the exact same stats. Great defense, 6'3", 110 clutch is not ideal. I know you're probably gonna say, bro, how do you have this kid with no quirks over George spread? I just like the swing that much. For me, I really love this swing. Um, and I know a lot of people would probably put George spread over Meyer, probably over definitely over Dick Allen, maybe even like J Ram and Carlos Correa. Now that I'm thinking, I probably fucked that up, but I'll just leave. I'll just leave it like this, man. I don't have any other options. Yeah, Marcel Meyer 5 because he's a lefty. Number 4, I got Dick Allen. The swing, righty doesn't feel great, but he does his job against lefties. He's going to crush lefties. He has a very good swing. Downside, he's 5'11" at third base, so you probably want to play him at first or left field. And at left field, he's not going to be very good defensively, but he just matches lefties on a heavy lefty meta. I think he deserves a spot here. I know he's annoying to get, so yeah, let's just pretend Dick Allen is George Brett, man. Like, I really messed this one up. At number 3, I got J Ram. The stats are underwhelming at this point. I know you can use, who's the new Guardians guy you can use Basana and Andrew Miller on your bullpen. But even then, with that double boost, unless you're getting into the tier 2, I don't think it's good enough. This card, he has the swing. He just torches me every time. He has the speed. 5'9" at third base is not amazing, but he plays some very good defense. I just think he's a little dated with those stats. That's why I didn't include Chipper, because the stats don't feel as good anymore. He's definitely outdated at this point. At number 2, I got Chase Headley. I know he's a switch hitter, has very good stats. Very good stats. He's one of the best defensive third basemen in the game. He plays insane defense. He plays better defense than Scott Rowland. He plays better defense than Beltre. I don't know if I would go that far, but he definitely plays better defense than Scott Rowland. He's a switch hitter that can also play first baseman, one of the worst position in the game, at least primary position. First pitch hitter, breaking ball hitter. The only reason he's not number 1 is because the swing is just weird. For some people, he's going to be their third baseman probably until finest. That's only 2 months away now. And some people would hate him and never use him again, not even at first base. So he's number 2 for me. The best third baseman, in my opinion, is this Carlos Correa. The swing is beautiful. Perfect defense, good speed, insane stats. He mashes lefties, he mashes righties, good righty swing. If you're on Legend, I don't know if he's number 1. You would probably still want to use Chase Headley, maybe Chipper Jones, just because of the swing and the quirks. But I think this Correa is very underrated, super underrated. I don't know why more people don't use him. First pitch breaking ball, 118 clutch, good power. The power is maybe a little low for a God Squad, but he's going to play perfect defense, some solid speeds. He's 6'4" at third base. I think he is the man. I don't understand why people use Scott Rowland over Carlos Correa. You know, I think that's crazy. But yeah, this one was the hardest, definitely the hardest tier, the hardest position to rank. So if you disagree with me, I would not blame you. Let's move on to the most stacked position in the game. Honorable mention. Honestly, I only have the captain, Willie Adames and Geraldo Perdomo here. But I think there's just so many other guys that I could put here. I can also give a shout out to JJ Weatherholt. Those stats are insane. Great defense. He can play second and third. So he has good secondaries. And he is free to get. Very quick grind. He does have a very good swing. But again, do you really want to use a lefty bat in this point of the game? Probably not. Frankie Lindor, the stats are kind of underwhelming, similar to Chipper Jones, but his swing will just play That's why I did not include him, because I didn't include Chipper. Eli De La Cruz, he's still the man, bro. Like, the stats are dated, definitely. If you're on Legend, you're probably going to struggle, but the swing is insane. Probably the best defensive shortstop in the game. I think he still has a case to be used on God squads. I really do. Derek Jeter, glitchy swing, good defense, maxed out contact, maxed out clutch, 88 speed. That's very fast for a Jeter card. So very easy to get. You could probably just boost Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, and Aaron Judge, and all of the other 99 juiced 99 Yankees that you Yankees fans have. Willie Adames, I really like his swing, and he matches lefties. Are you going to struggle versus righties? Probably, but if he does have maxed out clutch and 120 contact, so he's going to play very good defense as well. Geraldo Perdomo, I don't really get the hype of this card. I get that he boosts 5 power for Cattell and himself, so that's a very nice boost. His swing, I don't think his swing is great, but he has some very good stats, very good defense. He can play second and third. 6'2". I just think if he was faster and the swing was better, he would definitely be a lot higher. But for me, especially, I don't think he cracks the top 5, because I think the top 5 is stacked. At number 5, this is the most biased pick in all of this video, Conrad Griffin. He's my shortstop. I love this card, man. I've yet to record an out in 2 games. I'm 6 for 6 with this guy. I'm running a double boost with the Pirates. I'm using Skeens as my captain, number 2 as my pitching captain, and obviously using Conrad Griffin as his own captain. 99 speed, pretty much perfect defense. 99 arm, you don't need anything else. 93 reaction, 110 clutch, 115 power versus lefties, 109 contact versus righties. So he has those reverse plays where he has lower contact against his handedness advantage and with a higher power, and he does have better contact against same-handed pitchers with lower power. That's how I like my splits. I think that's how you should be looking for your cards. I just love his swing, man. He's 6'4", 99 speed, 99 arm. Perfect defense at the most important position defensively in the game. Probably center field. Up to you. I love this card, man. I love this card. Again, no quirks. If you want to include Perdomo over him, if you want to say Eli is better, if you want to say anybody else that's outside of the top 5 better than him, yeah. I mean, like, I just wanted to include him because I love his card. At number 4, I got Leo DeVries. This guy just torches me. I used him. I wasn't all that impressed, but he's 30K for pretty much a free, for a tenth of the price that Jimmy Rollins is. He's taller, so he's going to automatically play better defense. 90 speed at P4, 91 fielding, 92 arm, 90 reaction, perfect defense, 119 clutch, maxed out contact versus righties at P5. He can play second as well. He could probably play third too. He's insane, and he destroys me every time I see him. He's always going 3-4-4 with at least a home run. He destroys me. I don't know how this guy does it. I don't think the swing is all that, and he has no quirks, but for 30K, he's probably the best value card that you can just buy, that you don't have to grind. At number 3, I have Jesus Made. This guy is crazy, bro. This swing is perfect. He gives himself 5+ power if you used him as a captain with Corbin Burns and Devin Williams and Yelich on your bench with, I don't know, you can probably just throw in another reliever or another bench player. 98 speed, great defensively. He actually does have secondary, second and third base. Very good power. Insane bad, bro. Like, the swing on this kid is perfect. If he had quirks, he would be the best shortstop in the game. At number 2, Jimmy Rollins. This guy, he just hits bullshit home run after bullshit home run after bullshit home run. That's all he does. 99 speed, 99 fielding, 95 arm. He does kind of suck defensively, I will say, because he's a midget. He's like 5'3". First pitch hitter, breaking ball, bad ball hitter. He just crushes everything, man. I just couldn't use him. I don't know. I couldn't get around with him. I sucked with him, and I will probably wouldn't play him at shortstop because he's so small. I used him at second, and he was the best defensive second baseman I've used all year. He was better than Biz McKee so far for me. You can use him also at first. Do you really want to use a 5 foot tall first baseman? Probably not, but he can play first. He can also play the outfield. I think he's the same size as Wenzel Perez, and he was very good for me. Has a lot of hitting secondaries, but if he was 6 foot tall, he would be my shortstop. Because he's a switch hitter. And the best shortstop in the game, I think, is this Tatis. The swing does not really matter to me. I think you can hit righty, no problem. You're probably not going to get jammed with inside sinkers a lot unless you're on Legend. But if you're on Legend and you're using this Tatis, you probably know what you're doing. So he is just attributes-wise the best. He's 6'3", on face, breaking ball hitter, dead red, some very nasty quirks, perfect defense, 95 speed, maxed out clutch, perfect pack. He's perfect, man. Like, this is a perfect card, 5-tool player. Probably only wouldn't not use him on Legend, but I don't think a lot of people that play on Legend will be watching this video. Is he worth 300k? Probably not. I'm probably just waiting till the stupid rewind pack and get him for like 50k in a month or so. But for me, I have this Tatis. I enjoyed him, but I just been having a lot more fun with Connor Griffin. Obviously, that's a little bit. I know I'm reaching there, but it is what it is. But let's move on to the outfield now. Left field, probably again one of the weakest positions in the game, at least for primary. Obviously, Tim Raines. The fact that this guy, that a guy with 70 power against both sides still makes an honorable mention really shows you how weak this position is. 102 contact versus righty, 75 power. Like, that's disgusting. 105 clutch, 99 speed, 99 steal, great defense, 5'8" though. Does have dead red breaking ball hitter, some decent quirks, and he's like 5k. But I mean, if he was maxed out contact, maybe you can make an argument for using him on like Legend, or if you're struggling on Hall of Fame. But at this, like, there's no way or reason why you should be using this card anymore. 2 months ago, yeah, when he came out, but now, looking at those stats, like, makes me want to throw up. Christian Yelich, insane lefty swing. He's going to be okay in the outfield. Very good swing. Again, another card that just torches me. He only has unfazed, so only one hitting quirk for a lefty bat. I don't think he's worth it. Jaren Duran, free card, perfect defense, very good swing, maxed out clutch, very good stats versus righties, but versus lefties, again, a lot of the majority of the best pitchers are lefty. Do you really want to be hitting lefty with a good swing? But I don't think it's an elite lefty swing. I think Yelich's swing is a little bit better. So for the actual top 5, at number 5, I have this Manny Ramirez. I don't know what the hype with this card is. His swing does not feel the same as I believe it was the All-Star one, now the first inning program boss. I don't know, it's because it's a different player model, because this one does not have dreadlocks, but I hate this card, bro. Like, he never hits a home run versus me, so I think he sucks. And I used him, and he was bad for me, so that's my reasoning. But he does have the stats, and if you can use the swing, he's probably going to be the best left fielder in the game, because he can actually be out there, and he won't be horrible like Kyle Schwarber. But if you can use the swing, which I don't see a lot of people that can actually use him. I mean, again, I play mostly on Legend, so that's probably why. At number 4, I got Jurickson Profar. Bro, this card is stupidly good. I know you probably want to play him at first base because he has 55 speed at P4, So he's super slow, but 99 reaction, 99 fielding, 89 arm. If you play on a short, on a park with a short left field, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this guy out there. 6 foot tall, insane stats versus lefties, and some saw okay stats versus righties. His swing is beautiful, one of the best swings in the game, in my opinion. And he has a ton of quirks. This guy has on face, breaking ball hitter, dead red, and a bad ball hitter. So he's only missing one, two, three, four. He's only missing first pitch hitter. Switch hitter can also play first base. I think this card is super slept on. I see a lot of people that don't want to use him just because he's like a free play the game 5 minutes card, and I don't know. They feel like he's like the who invited this guy on their God squad. But for me, I think he's still usable. If you don't have every single card in the game, he has to be in your lineup, at least in my opinion. At number 3, I got Willie Castro, a shocker. I thought he was the best left fielder in the game. He can play in the outfield, and he can play second, third, and short. Insane stats versus lefties, pretty much maxed out at P5. 80 speed, 95 arm, 81 reaction, 87 fielding. He can play everywhere, and we will be very good defensively. He only has bad ball hitter, but this card, man, I have not met anyone that hits over 250 with this new threat, Willie Castro. Nobody's hitting over 250 with this card. I don't know what it is. He does hit a lot of bullshit home runs, especially on sinkers down and away. But man, like, it's just, especially after going from hitting like 350 with his Topps Now card, which if you're on Legend, I think he is a better card than this one. But man, I don't know what they did to Willie, bro, but he sucks. Like, he's on paper defensive, taking into account everything. He's probably the best left fielder in the game, but I have yet to play against someone that just matches with this card. And I play against very good players all the time. I suck with him. Everybody just sucks with him. I don't know what it is, guys, bro. Like, I just cannot explain it. At number 2, the second best left fielder, probably just Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber, perfect bat, man. Like, but he's a DH. Honestly, I don't know. I don't get how you would play this guy in your outfield. 50 speed, 64 reaction, 64 fielding. He doesn't even have like a 94 arm. That maybe you can justify it. But the bat is just insane. He's probably one of the cards that I just fear every time I see him. He is insane. He's always hitting 2 home runs versus me whenever I face him, which is pretty much every single game. Does not matter if I'm pitching him lefty. He just touches it and it's going over the fence. And the best left fielder, in my opinion. I've come a long ways. I hated Ted Simmons, then I liked him, then I hated him again, and now I love him. One of the best lefty swings in the game. Dead red, breaking ball, bad ball hitter, some solid quirks. Perfect bat. Only downside, 105 power versus lefties. But you can hit lefty left with this card. He has a very nice swing. I probably gave him a very short lease. I've only used him for 100 at bats, and I'm batting like 270 with him. But I'm batting like 390 versus righties. I suck lefty. I've said it a million times. But he can play the outfield. He's going to be very solid defensively. He actually surprised me, like kind of like Soto earlier in the year. But I think this guy is your best bet. He's one of the only lefty swings that I will say that I'm cool with you using him. Same thing with Kyle Schwarber. Center field, honorable mentions. Jackson Chourio, great defense, great speed, and he's a righty bat, maxed out contact. Power versus rights is kind of low, but that will still play, in my opinion. Willie Mays, if you can use his card, he's probably the second best, third best center fielder in the game. He's just that good, but the swing is pathetic, man. If you can use Willie Mays, I tip my cap to you. Congratulations, you've figured out, the one of the many mysteries of the world. You could probably try and If you go to Scotland, you could probably find the Loch Ness monster, bro. You're that good. Unfazed, breaking ball, dead red, 92 speed, perfect. This guy is perfect. Just the swing sucks. And it's the same thing every year. Cody Bellinger, another one. Another card that's just my dad. He owns me. He's always hitting 2 home runs versus against me. He can play first. He can play all of the positions in the outfield. His best position is probably first base, and the swing just clicks for a lot of people. It really does. The stats are not crazy at all, but they just work for a lot of people. So I had to include him here. I just been torched by this guy so many times before. I guess you could also talk about Mickey Mantle as an honorable mention. I just think the stats and the swing, he just stated, in my opinion, at this point. To the top five, at the number five, I got this Oscar Charleston. Very good swing, very good lefty swing. 99 speed, can play first and right field. He can obviously play left field too. 93 fielding, 90 reaction, 86 arm. So you could probably get away with using this guy at second base. Only downside is he's 5'8", but the swing is very good for a lefty swing. Is he better than Ken Griffey's or Cody Bellinger's? Probably not, but it's a serviceable swing. He's going to be insane in the outfield. At number four, I have Ken Griffey. I just cannot hit with this guy. A lot of people are struggling with this guy. If you're not an all-star, you're going to have a very hard time. Every now and then, I do play against someone that just hits 500 with this Ken Griffey, and they're just pulling everything. And as someone that hates using the shift, I don't have it. And he hits a lot of singles. He rarely takes me deep. I just don't know what it is about this card, man. Like, he's he has the best stats in the game, but the swing, I don't know. I don't think it's for everybody. But once you get the hang of it, I think he is probably the best center fielder in the game. If you can master Ken Griffey, and no, I don't mean it in that way. Don't try to cancel me now. If you can master Ken Griffey's swing, okay. If you can master the swing, not the guy, he's probably the best center fielder in the game. But for now, I'll have him number four. At number three, this might sound like crazy, but I think this Buxton just fucks, man. Maxed out power at P5. Insane bro, the bat is just so good. The swing is so good. Defense, you can just probably get away with using this guy in the right field or left field. The bat is just too good, man. And for 40K, you can probably get this guy for 50K now. So worth it. So worth it. He's just so good, man. Like, I'd rather hit righty with Buxton than lefty with Ken Griffey Jr. At number two, I got Bernie Williams. Oh, he's a dog, bro. Like, he plays insane defense at right field. He's under 100K now. First pitch hitter, dead red breaking ball. Some very good solid stats. Switch hitter, beautiful hitting stats, great defensively. I don't know how you hate on this guy, honestly. At P5, he gets over 100 power versus righties. That's all you're looking for. And at number one, it's obviously Carlos Beltran. He's probably going to be the best center fielder until a juiced mighty Mike Trout comes out. If he ever hits 2 home runs, we'll see. But even if Mike Trout comes out, he's not a switch hitter. So on Legend, with this year's game, I don't know if I can put him above this guy. Red field, honorable mentions. Aaron Judge. You can use him in the outfield. Insane bat. I really like his swing. Very good defensively. 6'7". Every single hitting quirk in the game. Problem is the swing and the strike zone. If you're an all-star, you probably love Aaron Judge. If you're on Hall of Fame, you probably like Aaron Judge. If you're on Legend and you're not crack, you probably hate this guy. But I really like his swing. I still think he gets a shout out here. Giancarlo Stanton, literally right-handed Schwarber. He's a DH. If he had 60 speed just like Schwarber, I would have put him in the top 5, but he's he's a statue out there. 61 reaction, 31 speed. You're never going to use this card in the outfield. Is he a great platoon option with Carl Schwarber? Yes, he's probably better than Pete Alonso. He has a very good swing. I think Pete Alonso has a better swing, and he's free. So, do you really want to spend 50K on this dinosaur? Probably not. And Bobby Abreu, the stance is disgusting, but the swing is very good. Great defensively, maxed out clutch, very good, very solid hitting stats. He's very good, man. Like, I think this is one of the most underrated cards. Juice with quirks, first pitch hitter, dead red, breaking ball on face. So he's only missing bad ball hitter. And he's a captain. The Phillies team is one of the best teams in the game. So I still think he is deserving of a shout out here. You could also probably make the same argument for Curtis Granderson. I just think Bobby Abreu has better all around stats than Curtis Granderson. So number 5 here, my man Cool Pavel. He does line out a lot if you're not playing in course. But at this point, what are you doing if you're not playing in course, right? I included him because I think right field is the weakest out of the outfield positions. So I wanted to include him here. He can play left and center as well as first base. I just think he's so good, bro. Like, the defense, the swing is insane. Again, downside, you are going to line out a significant amount, but this defense, the swing, the speed, for me, makes up for it. At number 4, I got Acuna. If this card had quirks, he'd probably be the second best right fielder in the game. He does not have any good hitting quirk. The swing is there, 99 speed, 99 steal. You would think that the arm and the speed make up for the 67 reaction and 72 arm, but it really doesn't. I think he still makes a lot of fielding mistakes, especially versus when I faced him. I think my opponent has been burned a lot of times when they are using this card. But he's good. He has that Acuna swing, so he's at number 4 for me. Number 2, I got Joey Bats. I think he's like 5 million, and the swing is not for everybody. I just stopped using him. I only hit like 280 with him. He does hit some fluky home runs, and I was actually batting better versus righties. Maybe because I was just hitting sinker inside, probably. But again, if you're on Legend, you probably won't be using this guy at all. He can play third base, so that's good, but I just don't think the swing is definitely not for everybody. Some people will just match with him, but the majority of people won't. At number 2, I got Babe Ruth. Perfect card. Lefty. I don't care. He has one of the best lefty swings in the game. You can actually do damage with him. Is he going to suck in the outfield? You probably want him to get into P5, 69 speed, 79 reaction, 91 arm with 80 fielding. That's definitely not bad. That's 100% usable. And I think he loses that DH tag at P5. First pitch hitter, dead red, on face, bad ball hitter. You would have think he has every single hitting quirk in the game, but he doesn't. But the swing is just so good. Maxed out power, maxed out clutch, 100 vision if you care about that. You can hit lefty with this guy. I've not seen a lot of people using him just because he was like 300K a week ago. He came down to like 180 a couple days ago. Do you really want to spend 180K? I mean, if you have a Yankees team, a lot of the best bats are lefties. You got Luke Gehrig and Babe Ruth. And then you can just use, Jeter and Judge. But I'm getting off topic there. I just think he's very good, man. And the best right fielder, obviously, is this Brian Reynolds that just came out the other day. They used him with quirks. Dead red, breaking ball, bad ball hitter, switch hitter, perfect defense, 88 speed at P2, 93 fielding, 88 reaction, 91 arm, maxed out clutch, pretty much maxed out contact at P5, 115 power and 17 power at P5. I already mentioned I'm using the double captain boost with him with Connor Griffin and Skeens. So he's going to be a 112, 117 power with maxed out contact, maxed out defense. This card is insane, bro. Like, I don't know why they release a guy like this, just juiced him. But I'm glad because he's on my team. He's my right fielder. He's probably going to be in my outfield until next year's game, unless they just keep surprising us with cards like this that have no business being this good, but they just make them because they know they messed up the game with the PCI trinkets fiasco. But I'm happy. I'm happy with this Brian Reynolds. I think he's definitely the best, hands down, the best right fielder in the game across all difficulties. Again, if you're an all-star and you have Joey Bats, you probably just enjoy and love the animation, and you're not going to have a problem with him because hitting an all-star is not hard, and you're going to have a blast. So if you're an all-star, probably just stick with Babe Ruth or Bautista or whatever card you have the most fun with. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So yeah, that is going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you have not already. And tomorrow I will be releasing the top 5 pitchers, top 5 lefties, top 5 righties for starters, and bullpen pieces as well. Yeah, join the Discord if you want to join the community. I can answer all of your questions there. If you don't have Discord and you have a question, just leave it in the comments down below. I will do my best to try to answer it to the best of my abilities. Until then, I'll catch you later.